just got home. I was making art with my 8-year-old niece for most of the morning, and I learned 3 things. The first is kids don't overthink things. The second is kids are not perfectionists. And the third is they're just generally happier than adults. And I think that's because of point 1 and 2. So I wanted to take you through my creative practice that I went through this morning because this literally changed my life. Hi, I'm Meg, and I've chased healing in every form. Ayahuasca in the jungle, meditation, breathwork, journaling, numerology, being vegan, acupuncture, cold plunges, and the list goes on. And sure, some of it helped, but deep down, I still felt lost. Like I was missing something. And I didn't have hobbies. I didn't play. I worked a lot. I confused productivity with purpose, and I didn't even realize how disconnected I had become. Then one day, I saw an Instagram reel of someone doodling just random intuitive scribbles. And for some reason, maybe curiosity, maybe desperation, I grabbed a piece of paper and a pen and I started drawing lines. An hour passed, I hadn't looked at my phone, I wasn't doom scrolling, I was totally and completely present. It really wasn't anything special, just pen to paper with no rules and no plan. But by the time I finished my doodle, something in me had shifted. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't trying to be productive. I wasn't trying to heal, grow, or optimize. I was just present. That tiny act of doodling, something that I seriously hadn't done since I was a kid, flipped a switch in my brain.
I love this purple.
Do you?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, does it have sparkles in it?
Yes.
Love it.
Wait. It's just like a little shiny one.
Wow.
But there's sparkles in here.
I felt calmer, lighter, like a part of me I hadn't seen in years just poked its head out. So I did it again the next day and the next. Sometimes I doodled, sometimes I painted with cheap watercolor on printer paper, and I even busted out the crayons at one point. I wasn't making art, I was just playing. And without meaning to, this little creative practice started to change me. I felt less anxious, I stopped doom scrolling as much, I slept better, and I found myself being creative in other parts of my life. It was like creativity had unblocked something for me. Should we do a little tune skis?
What?
Should we do a little tune skis?
Sure. Whoa. Yeah, that's a beautiful color. Like that yellow and green, like blue together. That's
Thank
really
you.
nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What kind of music are you feeling?
Taylor Swift. Whoa, this is a beautiful brush. Oh, I love this song. This is one of my heart songs.
And it turns out there's real science behind that. Being creative, even for just a few minutes a day, can ease stress and anxiety, boost your mood and release feel-good chemicals, help you process emotions, and help you understand what you're feeling. Build your confidence. It helps make you more adaptable when life gets messy, and it can even give you a stronger sense of meaning and purpose. This creative practice for me isn't about being a good artist or creating beautiful art. It's about reconnecting with something I didn't know that I had even lost. In a second, I'll walk you through exactly how I built this creative practice and how you can too, including the mindset shifts that helped me finally overcome the fear of starting. But first, if any of this is resonating, if you're feeling stuck, burnt out, or disconnected, I just want to say you're not broken and you're not alone. So here's exactly what I did, and I still do most days when I need to come back to myself. Step number 1 is to get cozy. Find a quiet place and block out all distractions as much as you can. This means silencing your phone, maybe putting on a favorite playlist, and making a cup of tea. Step number 2 is to gather your materials. Use whatever you already have on hand. I've used printer paper, pencils, crayons, Sharpies, an old notebook, watercolors from the dollar store. This is not about having the perfect supplies. It's about starting where you're at and just making some marks on paper. Step number 3 is to set a 10-minute timer. That's it, just 10 minutes. You can do pretty much anything for 10 minutes, and once you get started, you won't want to stop, trust me. But having that timer, you can kind of tell yourself, I only need to do this for 10 minutes, gets you started. Do this whether you feel like it or not. Set the timer and see what happens. Step number 4 is to make your marks and express yourself without judgment. This takes courage. Make your marks without judging what you're doing. Let go of the outcome, and remember, this isn't about creating a beautiful piece of art, it's about expressing yourself and playing. You don't need a plan, you don't even need to have an idea of what you want to make. You can scribble, you can copy something you see, you can make circles, squiggles, doodles. The magic is in the doing, not in the result.
Yeah.
Step number 5, notice what comes up. Sometimes I like to journal what came up during this practice, and sometimes I just pause at the end and ask, did anything come up for me? Do I feel differently now than when I started? Did anything surprise me? There's no right or wrong way to do this. And step number 6, celebrate yourself.
Hey.
Sometimes I frame my artwork, sometimes I throw it all away, sometimes I share it with a friend, but I'm always grateful to myself for showing up.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Because in a world obsessed with optimizing and doing more, showing up for yourself like this is pretty radical. I used to think that healing had to look like an exotic retreat or a massive breakthrough or a 10-step morning routine. But what actually helped me, what really started to shift things, was this tiny childlike act, making marks on paper. And here's the thing I want you to know. You don't need to be an artist. You don't need to have a clue about art. You don't need to know how to draw or how to paint. You just need 10 minutes, something to draw on, and something to make marks with. And the willingness to meet yourself exactly where you're at that moment. This little ritual is one of the most powerful practices I've ever done, and I encourage you to give it a try. I hope by watching this you know that you are not behind, you're not broken, and you definitely are not alone. If you do try it, I'd love to know how it goes. Drop a comment below and let me know what came up or what your inner creative child has to say. And if this kind of messy healing creativity speaks to you, I've got more coming soon, so make sure to subscribe. Thanks for being here.
I know it's just a crush. I know it's just a crush. You said hi and I thought, here we go. Can you tell that I am all but sober? Never realized I'm just a
That's what people say. shake it off, shake it off. That's what I'm talking about. I want to make a little pile right here and splash it.
If I wrote you a song, if I got every word perfectly weighted on a thin piece of paper, would it make